right, thank you for joining. It's been a little while, but today I wanted to go ahead and just take a quick look at Bitcoin, seeing that it has been a little while since I made a video, I think a few weeks back. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in it, right? So with Bitcoin, you can see we clearly had a massive sell-off. I have this trend line drawn. I also have this most important high, second to the all-time high, drawn out too as well. And as you can see, after this massive sell-off, demand has stepped in at around 53,000, and price is currently trying to break through this trend line, right? So we pretty much have broken through. We did get rejected slightly. We got rejected from the 50 moving average on the 8-hour time frame. On the 4-hour, we are above the 50 and also above the I believe it's the 8-day, 7-day moving average, right? So this is a good sign of strength, but remember, this could easily be a fake out. And it's nice to see we are trading above this supply zone, right? If we go ahead and draw another line right there, you can see, actually I'll put this one on, there we go, supply demand. You can see price attempted to break through this level multiple times, and this is the first time it did actually break out. We are once again breaking through this trend line. So typically with trend line breakouts, you get the breakout, retest, and then price starts to move up. So what's one thing to keep in mind is, I usually draw the fixed range. I use the fixed range volume profile tools a lot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put on the weeklies, right? So this week is coming to an end really soon. So yes, we can go ahead and draw it here just to see. And we're currently trading above the developing weekly fixed range volume profile, right? So we're going to go ahead and leave that out for now. But that is clearly, once again, a sign of strength. Now, last week, we did have a sell-off. But as you can see, value area low came in at around $56,783. We lost it. There was a sell side imbalance, attempted to break through, eventually broke out, tested it, lost it again. Price tried to go ahead and take out the previous lows, but buyers stepped in, pushed price above, and then we consolidated above the previous week value area low. And since we did consolidate up here for quite some time, which is, let's see, roughly, I'm going to go with 3 days, 3 to 4 days before price really started to move and seek higher prices, right? So the higher price where the next value will be the point of control sitting at around 62,850. That's untested point of control value. And then we also have the value area high, which is also untested. So from the current price, that's about an additional 5% increase in price, which is actually pretty nice, right? Now, Bitcoin does move very slowly, typically, in general, to be honest. Even though we had this little sell-off, remember, this sell-off still took from the high of last week to the low, still took about 4 days to play out. So, sometimes things happen in a day, but Bitcoin usually moves pretty slow. So with that being said, if you want to be a little bit more conservative, you can wait for the backtest of these levels using a pretty tight stop loss and then aim for the point of control, because typically with value rotations, once accepted within a value, price will at least go and seek out the point of control before then attempting to reach the opposite side. So kind of like here, right? Failed the breakout, came back in, tested a point of control, lost it, tried to get to the value area low, didn't, rotated, went right to the point of control, broke through, went to the value area high, came back in, went to the point of control. And sometimes it's even best to look at, we could even go ahead and take a look at this one here, or this one, point of control, acts like a magnet, point of control, acted like a magnet. Happens very often, right? Look at this. This is kind of like the one that we're in right now, right? Point of control all the way up there, acceptance, price seeked it before it got some resistance, and then went to the value area high. So acceptance, we'll seek it out typically, but based on what's going on right now with the whole Donald Trump stuff, maybe you might get a little bit of sell-off leading into Monday New York Open, but I I still think that this point of control is definitely a target as long as we stay within this value area low level, right? And even if, once the week comes to an end and Monday rolls around, one thing to keep in mind is going to be acceptance within this last week's range, because then we could push back down to the value area low, which is very possible. So for me, as long as we pretty much stay above the value area low of the previous week and even this developing week, then I would definitely expect that push to the point of control. So if you do come back down here, then you're looking at about a 10% gain. So that's a very big difference, right? So that's it with the weeklies. Let's go ahead and turn on the monthlies just to see what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the weeklies. I'm even going to turn off this as well. We can go ahead, turn this off. We will turn this off as well. And yeah, we can just turn this off for now. So let's see here. This is June. Let's go ahead and actually update this monthly fixed range volume profile here. Let's go all the way until 7:30. Boom. Right. And then for the month of July, that's where we are right now. Right? There has been some respect to the developing value area high of the month. Something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and update that. Right, so with that being said, we are trading above this monthly value area high. So price came down, back tested that too as well. And yeah, in my opinion, Bitcoin is actually looking pretty bullish. I will expect this to definitely seek those higher values. And let's see here. The previous month value area low comes in at around 62,000. But as you can see, there's a high volume node right here, around 61.5. And also basically 61,000. Now, does that line up with any of the weekly fixed range volume profiles? It should. Right, so point of control here is around 61.5. Yeah, so we're definitely going to get a little bit of resistance here, but this point of control is definitely going to be an area where we will most likely get a little bit of a reaction. I could see price coming up, going to the point of control, coming back down, either back testing the developing monthly range before reclaiming the weekly and then really going for the point of control, right? So very interesting. And then when you look at this developing monthly, I could expect to see another pull down to even test the 50 moving average, developing monthly point of control before then seeking higher prices, right? In terms of shorts, yeah, the best area to short would be the value area high, this pivot high too as well, which also lines up with the previous month value area low. So very interesting levels here. Let me go ahead and update this as well. Right, and even this level, as you can see, is very interesting. And then keep in mind, you also have daily levels lining up with some of these levels as well. All right, so you have the daily level lining up with the point of control, the weekly point of control, previous month value area low. So a couple areas to look for a short would be either here, or you can look right here, right? In my opinion, this would be, this is not a bad area either. Yeah, this would be a decent area to enter a short right here, because you have the daily point of control and value area low, and then if you do get rejected, you're at least expecting a swing down to the value area low of this weekly, which would be at around a, if you get in here, possibly a 3% scalp. If you do get in here, it's a little bit tricky because you have the value area high of one of the previous weeks right below. You also have a daily and point and control. So this is more like a very quick scalp, and then, you know, maybe take 75% off the table and let your runners go for a little bit longer, right? Targeting 5%, or even possibly targeting the previous week value area low, right? So very interesting there. And in terms of longs, I think this would be the best area, back testing the 50 EMA and the weekly point of control. I mean, developing monthly point of control right here would be kind of nice, just for a quick scalp. Very tight stop, because the best area would be here, where there is some liquidity right below these lows right here. Liquidity, value area high, previous month value area low. Very interesting area. So this is definitely the better area to enter a long. But if you want to be aggressive, the point of control with the 50 EMA confluence, and maybe there is a golden pocket, or let's see here, it might be a, not sure what's going on here. There it is. Yeah, so then you also have the golden pocket lining up right there too as well. So like I drew, right? So that 58,000 area is also a very interesting area to enter a long, right? So let's just see how this plays out in the next few days. But yeah, those are my levels. Remember to follow me on X, and yeah, like and subscribe, leave a comment. This has been a very good analysis. Let me know your thoughts below. Keeping things very straightforward, like always. And yeah, even look at that golden pocket. If you pull from the low to the high, lines up with this area too, right below that liquidity zone. So also very, very interesting areas to keep an eye on. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a beautiful day.